Hello everyone, how are you? I think we're organised here. I was partway through finishing off just staining a couple of things, and so then I realised the time. I'm like, okay, we're here already. Hi Rhonda, you're the first one to jump on today. Rhonda's one of our regulars. If you are joining us here live for an Essential Stencil DIY project, please join in the chat. Share the live to your friends and family. Sprinkle the love. Let everyone know that we are here and they can jump in and join us. Hi Karen, Bonnie, Kathy's here. Lovely to see you all. Well, I can't see you, but I see your names every week, and it'd be fun to just put faces to names sometimes. Your profile pictures are so tiny that I can hardly see them. Hi Bobby, hi Gina. Brenda's here, Dominica's here. All right, I think that we're almost ready to start. Let me know where you're watching from. Everyone from all over the USA. Hi Karen, how are you? I'm just looking down here on my laptop as well where I can see some comments. I've just been staining up some wooden tags. I've also stained a frame that I just, if you've seen some of my lives before, I love to upcycle old canvases, and so I'll show you a couple of ideas for upcycling canvases today. One being a canvas that my daughter painted a picture on, and then she's like, I don't want this anymore, and so she was giving it away to the thrift store, and I thought, hey, I could do something with that and actually add to her artwork. So I'll show you that in a minute. This one in particular was a canvas stapled to it. You can see the staple marks on the back here, and it's just a really rustic frame. I've just finished staining that. So here is the original color of the wood. When I removed the canvas with the staples on it, I was left with this quite rustic looking frame. You can see where the joins are really rough and it's not meant to be, anything perfect. And I just left those imperfections there, and I've just stained over the top of it with just a walnut color water-based stain. And so then I'm going to do some stenciling and add a transfer to a canvas. Now, you can actually purchase canvases that are ready for your printer, and this one happened to be a good size. In Australia we have A4, I guess you have letter size in the US, and so that just happened to be a good size for my frame, so that will fit right behind here. I'll have a beautiful canvassed piece of artwork, and so, or you can recycle the original canvas that was on here if you wanted to. You could paint over it and do that. So I'm going to just do that today. I'll create a fun background for it. Forgot to get a normal paintbrush. I may have to just do that. The other thing I wanted to, I will show you so that you know what's coming up. And this is a lemon tree branch that my daughter painted, isn't she? Amber painted this one. So my adult children love to do just pottering around with arts and canvases, and sometimes when we have our family get-togethers, I'll just have all the paints out there and they'll just paint away on doing anything, abstract or whatever. But this was a fun project that she did, a little lemon tree. So I thought I could put a stencil on here, add some words to it without painting over the painting, and just see how that turns out. So I wanted to talk to you today about some of the bundles that are on offer today. Don't forget, you can always use my code IRestoreStuff and save 10% off at essentialstencil.com. I have a fun favorites bundle that's available, and you can grab that. I'll be using some of the stencils and transfers from that bundle today. But there are a bunch of bundles. So what I did was I put the link in. I have 4 kids, Karen. She just asked, how many kids do you have? 4 adult children, 2 boys, 2 girls. Our 2 boys live in Melbourne, and that's in another state of Australia. It's probably, I don't know, it's miles away. It's like a 3-hour flight, 12 to 16-hour drive, probably closer to the 16 hours. And we have one daughter who lives in the same city, and then one daughter left living at home. So, yeah, those are my adult children. What was I saying? Bundles. So there are a bunch of bundles. So what I did with my link today is I've popped a link in the description of the live, and we'll put that up in the pinned comments as well. there they are. Essential Stencil has put that bundles galore. Grab a bundle, because there's not only my favourites bundle, there's Amanda's favourites, there's a bunch of favourites from ambassadors there. Hi Olive, say hi to Olive everybody. She's just saying hello to everybody who walks past today. But Tori's home, so she's going to grab her and help me there. Brenda says hi Olive, everybody's saying hello. So there's a bunch of bundles. There's a Mother's Day bundle, there's patriotic bundles, there's patriotic wall porch leaner bundle sets. So at that link that I've got there for you in the description of the live are all the bundles. And I just thought, what a great way. And it's all the sales, everything that's on sale at the moment. Now, I don't know if you also noticed that there's a little banner at the top of Essential Stencil's website. They're having a halfway to Halloween sale. So I guess it's halfway to Halloween. And so that's there for you. And there's like a couple of hours left on that where you can join in with that bundle. Let me see if I can reach and just really quickly grab another paintbrush. Oops. I just need to paint the canvas that I'm working on. Don't go anywhere. I found one. So I've just found this, and I've just got to paint the background because I realised that canvas is blank, and so it's sometimes good to just paint a background on the canvas before you paint your stencil or whatever. I'll quickly show you through My Favourites bundle that is also in that bunch of bundles. It includes 2 transfer sets. You've got the Silky Chickens transfers. They're all farm related. And then, of course, the On the Farm transfers with all of the farm animals and things. The Silky Chicken one, I've cut up all my little transfers ready for using. So that's the 2 transfer sets. And whenever you purchase my bundle too, you'll get a bonus set of brushes. So there's that. There is the Grace, Gratitude and Grit stencil set with 6 mini stencils. I'll show you those in a minute. I'll be using one of those today. Then there's the Better on the Farm, Life is Better on the Farm with Farm Sweet Farm. That's a very popular one. And then this one that I'll use today is House Full of Love stencil, and it says, and thank you for a house full of people I love. And so I thought that one would fit perfectly over my daughter's painting that she's getting rid of. And I thought, well, why don't I add that onto it? You could just leave it like that, but she was just throwing it away because she does lots of, arty pieces, and so we're doing that and upcycling another canvas. So let's point this down. We'll get started. Don't forget, use my code iRestoreStuff and you can get a further 10% off the already discounted bundle prices. So those bundles are always discounted. So when you grab a bundle of products together, oops, I just sat on something. It's my hairdryer. When you get a bundle like that together, like my favourites, Sharon Hankins' favourites bundle, they discount the bundle because you're purchasing several at a time. And so, but if you use my code, iRestoreStuff, you can also get an extra 10% off that. All right, thank you, Lois, for sprinkling our live here today and sharing that with your friends. So I've got some little cutouts ready. I've got stencils ready, and this is just an A4 size canvas, and I think I put some of these on my Amazon affiliate link if you want that, but you should be able to get them in any stationery store. It's canvases that go in the size of your printer, or you can purchase other canvases, but I'm going to use it for the back of my sign here and staple that onto there. That's the other thing I forgot to get out, was my staple gun. So I've got a brush here, and I think I'm just going to use this colour Plaster. It's a nice creamy off-white colour. And then while this is drying, we can do our other project. Oops, I just about shook that and it nearly splashed out on me. Thank you so much. Hi Maggie, how are you? Everyone letting us know where you're watching from. Kansas, USA, I see. Where else? Sunny California, Christy's from. Okay, so I'm just adding that And it doesn't matter if I don't go right out to the edges, because remember I'm putting this on the backing of my canvas frame, and so that's going to be perfectly fine if I just leave it like, you know, close to the edge. But I just want to, it sort of seals the canvas. It probably will create a bit of, it will try and do some curling. It'll try and curl up, but that's okay. Let me know if you're from another country too. I'm from Australia, so if there's anyone from Australia watching, big hello to you today. I know my mum loves to watch my lives every week, so shout out to my mother. She's been one of my best inspirations for my creativity and doing the DIY thing. Since I was a little girl, I remember Mum doing a lot of DIYing, upcycling. She would recover our dining chairs, make curtains for the living room, all kinds of fun things. So, hi Mum, if you're watching. Oops. And speaking of Mum, it's Mother's Day soon coming up, so another great idea you could do, and you can use my code to do this too, is purchase a gift for Mum for Mother's Day. You can use my code iRestoreStuff, and you can then have it shipped straight directly to Mum. Or are you a mum and you would like to leave a hint for your children to purchase you for Mother's Day some stencils? Then you can just send them, use my link, give them my code and say use this, and they'll even get a discount, and they can get you something for Mother's Day if they're looking for Mother's Day hints. Okay, so see the paper's curling up there. That's okay. I'll get my hairdryer onto that and just I'm going to pop this brush in a plastic bag in case I want to do a second coat. I probably won't because it looks like it's covered fairly well there. Oops, just busting a hole in my little bag, rubbish bag there. Oops, it is curling over and I might have to pop something on that. Let's start with this end because this end is open. I'm going to pop that right there. And I'll use my fingers to pry this open. I might need to put something flat on there. So while my hairdryer is plugged in, I'll do this. Oh, Sharon, you're wonderful. To Sharon's mum. Hi, Christy. You're a tad late. That's okay. You haven't missed much. I'm just painting a canvas page here. This is a canvas that will go into your printer so you can print things onto it. But obviously if you're painting it first and then putting it through your printer, you would want to make sure it's extremely flattened out because it did start flat, but once you moisten it, it kind of tends to curl up. So now that I've got that mostly dried, I'll lay it down flat. I love that you can see the canvas lines through there. I'll hold that up so you can kind of see, you can see the canvas fabric lines through there. So that's just our canvas all ready to be stenciled in a minute. I'll leave that there, and I wanted to show you this stencil set that it's a single set, House Full of Love. This is also, you can buy these singly, you don't have to get them in the bundle. So if you don't have this one yet, you can grab that and use my code and get that. But this is also a part of my favorites bundle. Yeah, that colour is a fusion mineral paint colour that I did the canvas on. It's called Plaster, and it's an off-white, a beautiful cream colour. It's almost a bit more taupe in colour, but it's a lovely yellowy cream, yellow undertones, creamy colour. Christy, you've never painted a sheet before. Robin, you can either paint it before running it through the printer or just print straight onto it. I think that if you're doing like an inkjet, it'll have instructions when you purchase them as printer pages, those canvases, but I think it would have instructions on there of, you know, what to do if you've got an inkjet or a laser printer, but I think that the ink would probably be better if you're doing a coloured printing on them to just do them without painting them first, plus they also stay really flat. So I'm not using them in a printer at all today, but you know, if you wanted to, you could use them painted through your printer, but like I said, you'll have to make sure it's really, really flat, because if that's got some curled up edges, it's going to get stuck in your printer. Anyway, I'm not printing today. I only purchased them for the purpose of popping them behind my recycled canvas. So we're doing 2 different recycled canvas ideas today. That will be one of them. And then this, as I mentioned before, but some of you may have only just jumped on, and I'm going to be doing, this is an artwork that my daughter did, and so I'm going to be just stenciling over the top of it. I love it like that. I think it's great. She's getting rid of it, and I thought, hey, I love to upcycle canvases. Now you could do this also with a canvas from a thrift store that might have an image on it. It might be a photograph, a scenery. Usually I choose one that's got a bit of space in it. I could do some stenciling down here and that would look great. I actually had it upside down before, thinking it went this way, but then my other daughter, Tori, pointed out that lemons would hang on a branch because they're heavy. They would hang like this, Mum. Yes, she's right. I was not thinking properly. It was upside down. That's the right way up. And so I'm just going to add this whole entire thing. I think it would be great. And I don't know, what do you think of when you think of a lemon tree? I think of sometimes the saying, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Something like that. Speaking of which, today is 1 year. We woke up this morning thinking it's been exactly 1 year for us today that my husband's warehouse business burned to the ground, and we lost like 3/4 of his audio video production gear that he's been invested in over the last 30 years, and that was hugely tragic. But when tragedy happens, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And so we just went straight to prayer, as we do, and asked God to help us. And you know, I know that a lot of people have probably been through similar situations where you've had tragedy hit, and you just have to pick up and move on, don't you? But you go through a bit of a processing things. But I love that we have a faith in God and we can turn to Him. So, and this says to me what is most important is people. And so we might have lost our business, we might have lost a lot of things, but we did not lose anyone from our family. We be thankful for this. And thank you for a house full of people I love. Amen? We can say amen to that. All right, so I'm going to be using a 7/8 inch brush today. Our brushes come in a pack of 4 Essential Stencil brushes. You will get a bonus pack if you order my bundle. You just look up Sharon Hankins, or it's in the bundles right there. You'll see my favourites, which include transfers and stencils. I'm just going to be using this cardstock as my rub off onto the card paper today because I didn't grab my piece of cardboard. And I'm just going to be using Fusion Mineral Paints Coal Black. I've also got in my description of the live my affiliate link for the Fusion Mineral Paint, because you guys often ask for that. And yeah, everyone's saying amen. God is good. Amen. Yeah, so I've offloaded, and this is black on black, so you maybe can't tell that, but I've got no big blobs of paint left on the brush. It's all worked into the bristles, and I'll start with that. You could tape your stencil down if you wanted to. I'm going to just go hold it with my hand. Cheryl says I've used that stencil 2 times now. That's awesome. Dominica, God's upheld you, my friend. Oh, that's amazing. Yes, he has. And so if you only knew all the miracles that have happened since that time, I could tell you so many. And so I'm just, if you're new to stenciling, let us know in the comments too, because we love to give away prizes. That's one thing. So there's a hint for you. But if you're new to stenciling, we love to help you out, encourage you along your journey. Oh, Karen, so you've just come on, you've got this stencil, you're going to watch the replay to see how I did the lemons. I didn't do the lemons. That's your clue right there. So if you're watching now and you think that I painted the picture behind, nope, that was my daughter Amber who painted the picture, and she just did that for fun one day, and she's finished with this painting and doesn't want the canvas anymore. And so I decided, let's do something fun with it and add a stencil. Because I want to show you how you can upcycle things. And I've done this before. You'll probably see on some of my lives over on my YouTube channel, my replays over there. I've purchased upcycled, or just canvases that have, you know, it might have a scenery or a beautiful image on it, and it's got some space in there, and I've added a stencil to just anything that's already, you know, in an op shop or a thrift store. We call them op shops here in Australia. And so you can add stencils to already beautiful sceneries, because there's some great images out there and people have just got tired of that artwork hanging in their home. I love to upcycle things. So I'm just using some swirling motions. I usually would have, this is a fairly thin canvas, the sides are fairly thin, and it's fairly tight. So it's not too much of a sway in the canvas, or a, I don't know what you'd call it. It's not denting down too much, but a handy hint is to have something actually underneath your canvas so that it's not pushing down. Otherwise it can be a little bit tricky. Okay, so this is going on nice and smoothly. And the reason we get nice crisp edges is because I've got, number one, hardly anything on my brush, and I've offloaded it onto my cardboard over here. And we're going in nice, gentle swirl motion. And so that limits the paint and stops it from bleeding underneath the stencil, which would create fuzzy edges, and we don't want fuzzy edges. We want nice crisp edges to our stencils. And this is such a super quick and easy way of just transforming a canvas. Kathy says, I'm nervous that it moves or bleeds. I've never used a canvas sheet. I might have to try this stencil. Love everything. That's Christian-based, especially Bible passages. Yeah, Essential Stencil has some beautiful inspirational verse stencils, so you'll find some of that there. On the Essential Stencil site, if you go to the link that we've got there in the description of the live, you can also see in the tabs across the top, if you're on the desktop computer, you can see that they have also themed everything in different sections. So you can find farm theme, you can find ocean or coastal theme, you can find then, I don't know what they call it, but there's like faith-based or inspirational, maybe something like that. They've also got holiday themes, so you'll find Christmas, you'll find Halloween, you'll find fall, all of the seasons. Oops, did you see that? I've moved it. I've moved the stencil, which is not good, because I was wanting to do a second coat on this, but maybe it'll work out with the first coat. Okay, I'll have a look. I think it might be okay. Let's have a see. Can you see that? And thank you for a house full of people I love. I feel like the thank you might get a little lost in that dark green there. So in that case, you could add a shadow and, you know, create a little bit of a shadow in that area there to make that stand out and pop a little bit more. Let's see. I'm not sure how I could do that now unless I created that as the shadow and used a bit of a white to make that pop. But yeah, see how you can just enhance another, or if I wanted to, I could have used a smaller stencil and just added something to the bottom here to create a saying or something like that. So the lemons, if you've just joined me, the picture of the lemons on the canvas, this is just a canvas that my daughter painted with a lemon tree, lemon branch coming down like that, and she didn't want it anymore, and I thought, well, I could do something with that for my stencil people and show you how you can upcycle a canvas. So I've got another way of upcycling a canvas here in just a minute. Just popping this brush in here because I may use the black brush in a minute. So I'll leave that over here to dry a little. Oh, thanks Melissa, I'll tell her. Okay, so just popping that one down here. Now earlier I just painted this with the colour Plaster by Fusion Mineral Paint. It's just a creamy off-white colour, and that's given us a background. And now this is just a sheet that I purchased in a whole pack of canvas sheets. And so then if you did buy a pack of canvases, you could go looking at your thrift stores for old you know, canvases that aren't being used anymore. I've removed all the staples from the back. You can get a staple remover. I've got a list of tools on my Amazon affiliate link page. If you need that, let me know. And now we're left with this, and it's got these tapered edges, which makes it kind of cool as well. So see how they've got a little tapered edge sort of slides in there instead of just a chunky canvas thing. So that's going to sit over here just nicely. And to go on there, I tried to see if this one might fit. So this stencil design is also a part of the bundle, my favourites bundle, but see how it only just fits on the edge there? You could do something like that, Life is Better on the Farm, but only just fits on the edge. You could also do Farm, Sweet Farm. That one only just fits as well and might cut off a little bit down here and down here. But what I thought was I would use one of these from the 6-pack mini Grace, Gratitude and Grit. And I'll show you quickly the ones that are in here. It's a 6-pack, and we've got, this is, where are we up to? There, this is Life. This is the one I'm going to use today, Farm Charm. Pop that at the top. We've got, hang on, let me see if I can do this another way. Country Blessings, that's cute too. Grace, Gratitude and Grit, which is the name of the stencil set if you're just looking for that by itself. Welcome to our coop. I've done this one a few times before. You'll see some of my inspo pictures when you go to the link of my bundle, and that one, Say Grace. So those are the different ones that are in that particular set, but all that comes in my bundle, and you get a discounted price if you buy the bundle, plus if you use my code you'll get, I Restore Stuff, you'll get a further 10%. All right, so from then, as well as the different stencil sets and the bonus brushes, you will also get 2 transfer sets, and they are the On the Farm transfers and also the Silky Chickens transfer, which have some cute little chickies in it. And I thought we could have a look at some of the ones that might fit on here, and you can help me decide what we're going to do. Okay. So we've got little chickens, which would look cute with the Farm Charm, and then I could keep the flowers there. Or we've got on the farm, what are they called? Farm transfers, On the Farm transfers. We've got the gorgeous barn So let me know in the comments which you'd like the best. We've got the tractor with the rooster on the top, and if I add these, I probably would leave out this flower design at the bottom and just have farm charm at the top, and then add the tractor down here. Or we've got the cute and lovely cow, which I would probably leave off the flower also for that one. What are your thoughts? Let me know. Barn, cow, tractor, or chicks. And with the chicks, we could probably also add, the silky chickens have some cute little flowers that also look great. Little bits of grass. Where's the flower? There's little flowers that we could add to that one if we do that. All right, let me look. Barn, someone says chicks, someone says barn. Tractor with the chicken, the barn, the barn, the barn. Tractor, chicks. Oh, we've got lots of different chicks. Now chicks is winning. Oh, guys. Cow, chicks. Oh, I think that the chicks might be winning, you know. Chicks with the flowers, tractor. Now we've got a couple of tractors. Chicks with the flowers. I think the chicks is winning, you guys. These little chicks are so cute. And they come with the Silky Chickens transfer set. So let's have a look at those. We might be able to leave, we could leave that. It looks like a bit of a sunflower there. Or we could, yeah, we could still do that. And I might have to add some, oh, you know what? We could add one of these in here, and we could just add the flowers. Let's see what other little flowers we've got on here. I've also got the silky chickens we could add too. Let me just pull out what I've got left, because I've used several of these for other projects, and so then I get my transfers and I cut them all out. These are the bigger chickens. Tiny chick. It's got a little flower. Another tiny chick. Another little chick. But I do like these. There's also the eggs. They're cute as well. These are great for Easter as well. Little chick. Another big chick. Oh, look, there's a better one that's got 3 chickens. Maybe that would be a little bigger. I don't know. Maybe if I did the bigger ones, I would leave off the flower here. Farm charm. Another big chicken. Just a super big chook. Chook. We call them chooks in Australia. I don't think you say that over there. Sometimes I have to mind what I'm saying so that people understand my accent or my words, because Australianisms that I use. Oh, here's the other flower. So this would look cute with a couple of little flowers beside it down there. We've got these little chicks, another hen, silky hens. Bigger chicks? People are saying bigger chicks. Little chicks. We've got some bigger chicks and little chicks. Look, if I do the little chicks, I could probably add these flowers on here. Eggs. Tiny flowers, little tiny flowers. And then we've got some little green rockery and stuff. There's my scissors. Another little flower. Wow, all right. I think the little chicks with the flowers might be the go. Watching closely as all our messages come through. Okay, so I want to try and make sure that I've got it within my frame, because my canvas is a bit longer than it is wide in proportion to my frame here. So as long as I get the stencil in the middle, and I'll add my chicks here, we'll add flowers. I think I'll move those up a little. Add some flowers down the bottom here. We could add, where's our little piece of grass? Could do a bit of grass down there and one flower here. I'm wondering if that flower would work just there in the center instead of that. Maybe not, because it's kind of coming out to the side. It kind of doesn't make sense. I might leave off this flower. because I feel like there's already a flower there. It's a bit different, unless I get a pink to go over the top of it, but I didn't get one. I didn't grab one out last minute. So anyway, we will start with, we can use our painter's tape here to tape down our project a little bit. And I have just painted the background. If you missed that at the beginning of our live, we painted the background with the colour Plaster by Fusion Mineral Paint, and in the description of the live there I've got my link, my affiliate link for Fusion Paint if you would like that. Oh, I do like that comes there. Yes, we'll do the stencil first, and I'm just using that coal black that I used earlier. So that it stands out on the canvas. If I do go over the flower later, I might be able to add a bit of pink on it, but I would have to do that after my live because I didn't bring the paint out here that I needed for that. I just brought the two colours. Good idea, Yolanda. Stencil first and then I'll decide what looks better. So we'll add the flowers. I can always go over the top of the black, use the black as a bit of a base coat and add some green and then change the flower to like a pink afterwards. It'll give me a little bit of a spacing on the design. We'll go for it. So I'm just using the large stencil brush. You could use a smaller one for this one because it's a smaller sign. I like to use the large ones for those really larger stencils where you need to fill out a lot of stuff. Fill out a lot of space. I think that's what I was trying to say. This may even just look perfectly fine with just the black on the flowers. So because this canvas doesn't have, you know, like this canvas board we did earlier, it sort of pushes on the frame, whereas this is flat on the table. So it's nicer feel when you're doing the stenciling. Just want to make sure that that covers really well. So you can sort of see when you have a closer look that it's gotten around all of its edges. And the less paint that's on the brush, the harder you can sort of press and swirl. So when each time I add just the tiniest amount on my brush and then offload it on my cardboard and then swirl it around again, getting all the letters, making sure every little corner of those letters, the block letters, is covered. And then if you need to go over with a second coat, you can. So there's our painted bit, and this is the colour Coal Black. It's a really nice true black in the Fusion Mineral Paint range. These do come in little tester pots as well, so if you did need a smaller size, the tester pots fit the stencil brushes perfectly. So they're great for just smaller craft projects. But if you're going to be painting furniture or something bigger, I would definitely, you can grab a whole pint pot. Okay, so let's remove our stencil now, and you can see we've got nice crisp edges because we have hardly anything on the brush, and that's just one coat. So that's covered really well because we went swirling and kept swirling on our stencil, and the black doesn't look too bad either. So let's add our chicks, making sure, I'll just pop the frame on again to see how we go here, how it looks, and I think that'll be perfect if we just add them down the bottom and then add our flowers just a little in front. So all we need for this, and just you can use the transfers on canvas as well, we just need to grab our transfer that we've cut out the image of and remove the white paper backing, and then we're left with, that's the sticky side, and then there's the image side. So we put the sticky side down. Once you've got it down, you want to kind of leave it there and putting it in the center, press it down, and then rub it with the plastic tool, or you can also use, I feel like I've got some splattered black paint on there. Or you can also use a store card, something like that. So we're just going to rub that really well on the canvas. And then we're going to lift up the plastic and it will leave the image behind. You can also see some close-up videos of how to do this if you go to the Essential Stencil site and you look on where you order the transfers. They'll have a link there to how-to tutorials where I show you how to do that. And also I think on their YouTube channel, I believe. So if you don't follow them already or subscribe to Essential Stencil's YouTube channel, you just go to YouTube, to your search bar, type in Essential Stencil, then click on Essential Stencil's channel and hit the little subscribe button. And then you'll be sure to receive any videos that they post on there. And you'll also find my I Restore Stuff. If you go I Restore Stuff, put that in the search bar on YouTube, you'll also find my video channel. And I've also got a lot of playlists on upcycling furniture and home decor. So I'd love you to join me over there on YouTube also. Okay, see our little chickens coming off nicely on the canvas. This kind of activity might make a fun gift for Mother's Day coming up in a couple of weeks. Maybe you want to let your kids know where they can send them a link with my code. Let them know where they can order from, and there they don't have to worry about what to get for Mother's Day. You've helped them out a little bit. Oh, aren't they looking cute? See how they sort of press right into the canvas? I don't know if you can see that real close up, but yeah, it's looking cute. That looks gorgeous just like it is too, doesn't it? Don't you think? Rhonda says, I need to use the transfers more often. Yes, they're so good. They really enhance a project, don't they, Rhonda? See, I can see the lights reflecting on there. I'll just move it a little bit there. And then we'll just add a couple of these flowers down here. Maybe we could do that one because it's coming this way and the grass is sort of going that way. Although, no, this probably goes better this way because we don't want to put it in the chick's face. So just add a little flower here. It's up to you. You could leave it just as it was. Now you can layer the transfers. So this one, it's looking like it's in front of the chicken, and I'm just going to bring it over so it's actually covering the chicken a little bit. Layering it over the top. Look how quick that was. That was a quick one. And then we go over this side. We can add a or maybe I'll put it in the middle and then I'll still do this. Yes, why not? Maybe add it just about here. Chickens playing in the grass. That'll work, I think. So you can change your mind up until you place the stencil down with the sticky side down, because once you've got it there, you don't want to be leaving any little bits of the transfer on, and you know, while you're trying to pick it up to move it again. So that comes off fairly easily. If you find it's resisting, then just rub it a little more. Oh. There we go. How's our chickens looking? And then a little flower down here. There we go. Adding that one. And now we've got a fun project almost all finished. So don't go anywhere, because we'll be giving away prizes to winners after we've finished our live. There you go. That looks cute. So many different fun ideas using those transfers. We could have done, you know, the barn or some chickens, or I almost did this one too, you know, but it just wouldn't have fit inside without taking away from this charm. You could have just added farm, but depending on your size canvas and what you've got, it would have also looked cute just by itself. So there's so many fun ideas on this bundle. All right, let's have a look. Love them both. Awesome. So now, and I should have brought my staple gun out here to show how that is going to look. I can show you that here now. Let's see how that frame now fits perfectly on that. Just in the top pull-out drawer on the other side of the tool bench. Thanks, Tori. Yep, that top drawer on the left-hand side. She's going to get my staple gun for me. Some people ask, how do we clean our stencils once we've used them? If you'd like to clean them, I usually use the Awesome Spray only because I'm using fusion mineral paint and it just fuses really well to the stencils. It's actually a really good quality furniture paint that paints over the top of existing finishes on all your furniture. So that's why I use it for furniture, but because I have it on hand, because I stock it here as a retailer in Australia, I just use it for my stencils and it's fantastic. I love it. I love the way it works. So I use Awesome Spray, but if you do it really quickly right away, you can just wipe it off. But make sure you wipe both sides and wash both sides, because sometimes as you're washing it, it gets underneath and you know you can have a mess on both sides. So I'll be doing that afterwards. Here's the project we did earlier on my daughter's canvas that she painted these lemons. The only thing that I probably would change and make a little different is adding a bit of a shadow in behind these words so that we can see them a little better. There's that, and I'll just quickly pop this canvas on top of here with my staple gun that Tori so nicely grabbed for me. So I just have to place that in the center and it should be perfect. Let me just see. Yes, that'll be great. I'll stand up to do this. So I'm just going to place one in the center at the top. This is how we would staple. I think I've even got a link on my Amazon tools and ideas to the staple gun that I use as well. So if you need that link, let me know. But yeah, this is a rechargeable staple gun. So I'll just do one in the center each end, and then I'll do one on the side, and just pulling firmly but not too tight, because you don't want the canvas to stretch in too many different ways. You know, if I stretched it too far that way, it would sort of warp the canvas a little bit this way. So we are about to pick some winners, so don't go anywhere. Then we just start to add to the corners, and then this corner, making sure it's pulled tight. And then if you wanted to, you could add more all around the edges once you've got those in. I'm just going around the center of all of those staples that I've already done. And there we have a fun quick sign project. So let's have a look, see if we've got any winners yet. Let me know if you see the winners and we can say congratulations to them. But that was a fun project, and I just wanted to remind you that you've got maybe a couple of hours left on the Halloween sale that they're having at the moment on Essential Stencil's website. But the link that I've given you today is a link that's to the sales page. So if you want to go there, grab a bundle. There's so many bundles all listed at the top, and I've just showed you today my favorites bundle, and you'll see that there in amongst those. Oh yeah, I will. If I do make any changes to that thank you, which I'm not sure how I would fix that just yet to make it stand out a little better, probably add a bit of a shadow in underneath it and then go over the black with that again. I can show you that after a live. Maybe I can show you that now, do you think? Do you think I can show you that really quickly right now? Let's have a look. because I've got paint on here but it's dried up, it might still work. So I could just give that a go. What I'm going to do really quickly, you think it looks fine, Rhonda. It's just annoying me because I feel like it could look better. Let's just do this really quick. I'm going to grab the plaster paint, so I'm getting my white paint right now. And I'm going to add a bit of white paint on the brush, on my stencil brush. Here I was, almost finished, and I just feel like I've just got to fix this up right here now. So what we're trying to do is fix this area where it's not standing out as well. But I'm going to go over the whole of just the verse. I'll leave the amen down there. I'm going to shift it slightly, make a shadow going. No, we want the shadow to come down. This is going to be the shadow, this part. So I'm going to redo the black part after I've done this shadow. If you need to go, let me know. So I'm going to hold it really tight. And I only need to sort of go on the bottom sides of the letters, and I'm just going to do this so quickly. And it will make sort of probably, because it's a white colour and I'm doing it over the top of black paint, it could even make it a bit grey. I'm going to be very careful to hold this tight. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're really just finishing off this project. In a perfect world, we would have done this first before we did the black paint. But I'm creating a white shadow that's going to go behind the black. And it's just going to make those letters stand out a little bit better against the lemon. I think it'll look a little grey because we've got cream mixed with a bit of black. Hopefully I don't mess this up now that I've started and I'm rushing to finish on time, but we had a few minutes left, so I thought, why not? We'll try a shadow technique. Oh, it's shifting again, you guys. I wonder if it's because it's on the canvas, it keeps shifting around. Holding tight, holding tight. I felt like I had to do the whole of these words. I'll leave the amen down the bottom. But it just would have looked a bit odd if I'd just done one of the words and not the other. So. Okay, so this is going to be the shadow. And I know it doesn't make sense just yet, but hang tight, hold with me. And then we'll grab the black paint again. So see how that is now not standing out, but that's going to be our shadow. So stay with me. Someone just asked about what canvas did I use for the farm charm. It was just a packet or a set of canvas that goes in your printer. So it's like a printable canvas. So maybe if you went to your Officeworks store or whatever, I don't know, we have Officeworks, it's actually a name of a store over here. Now I'm going to go back over that with the black, and I'm shifting it a little bit up, a little bit across to exactly where the black was to go over that again. And then you'll be able to see the shadow should be revealed underneath that, if all is well. Haha. So remember that I probably could have done this, I should have done this first, is done the white first and then go over it with the black. And the other trick I've got is to just line it up perfectly, because this shifted by the time I got down to this area of my sign. And so let's see how we go. Trying to find exactly where the black paint stencil is lined up. Okay, going over now again with our black paint. Which could turn out really a dark grey. Yeah, printable canvas sheets is probably what you would look up. I do have them on my Amazon list. I've got a list of like tools and things that I use for stenciling on there, stenciling tools and things. I can give you that link if you'd like it. You can just pop that that you'd like that in the comments, and I'll go back and read the comments afterwards and send that to you. Okay, so I'll concentrate on one word at a time here. So now after I've done my what's going to be my shadow, that white, I go over it with the black, and then we should see the white shadow down sort of just slightly below the black, and it will make that word stand out against the lemon tree branch that I had it on earlier. If I do need to do anything, I may need to go over the black with a second coat to make that really stand out. Did you notice I just shifted it slightly there? Because when I did this originally, my very first layer of the black, it shifted. And so now I have to shift it halfway through the project so that it lines up with those things. Poor Essential Stencil was probably all ready to pick winners then, and I've just gone on for a few extra minutes only because I really wanted to just make this work and show you how that worked. And someone did pop up there, I don't know who that was, and said, can you just show us the finished look when you know, if you do change that, if you do decide to change it. So I thought, look, let's do it now. We had a few minutes. The stencil is pouncing up and down because I've got it on the canvas and I've got nothing behind the canvas to make it sturdier. So I'm just being really super careful because it's sort of lifting up a little bit. I want to make sure that my brush isn't going underneath the stencil to create fuzzy edges. Oh, guys. Whoop. Here's me hoping I haven't messed it up now. Should work. And if I do need a second coat to make that really solid, then I will do that. One more word to go and all will be revealed. Making sure I've got that lined up exactly where the black was. Oh boy. And thank you for a house full of people I love, is what the saying says. Amen. If you agree. Okay, so I didn't do the amen in that shadow look. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that a little better now. So if you look closely at the thank, there's a little bit of a white shadow underneath that, and that just makes it stands out and just pops a little bit further out. So hopefully that looks a little better. I can see it myself. It's just like a little bit of a white shadow, sort of makes it a bit more 3D looking. So that's how you do that. And I didn't do it on the amen, so that just is the plain black. But then if you look closely, you should see little white shadows peeping out behind those other letters. So there you go. That, my friends, is how you do the shadowing. So now I think oops, yes, Olive, come. Okay, we're ready to pick some winners now. So let's have a look and see who are our winners today. And we've got this project, we've done 2 canvas ideas, 2 upcycle ideas. So this one is just simply putting a stencil over the top of an existing image or picture that you might find at a thrift store. And this one was removing a canvas from a thrift store, and then you're left with a wooden frame, and then you're putting a canvas in the back of the frame. So you can see that on the back of the frame. So let me know if you do see. Yes, Joyce Ann says Olive is busy today. Let's see her, Tori. Let's get Olive up here while we're picking winners, and she can say hello to people because everyone's been asking to see her. Our winners today are Nancy, Martha, and Robin. Nancy, Martha, and Robin. Tori, bring her. Congratulations to our winners today. Olive, come. No, she's running away. She's playing tricks. Hey, where are you? No, she just thinks it's a game now. Olive, you're making everybody's dogs bark. So our winners today, thank you, Tori. Here's Tori and Olive. Say hi. Tori's not wanting her face on the screen. Say hello. Say hello. There she goes. Okay, congratulations, winners, and we'll see you next week. All right, thank you, everybody, and I'll see you next week for another DIY project. Bye.